Odysseyers, Mike Martins here with the Mike Martins channel. Guys, don't forget to check out me on Odyssey.com. Just type in Mike Martins or Mike in the Night. You'll find me tonight, Saturday night, Mike in the Night with call-ins from all over the English-speaking world. Episode 399 tonight. Okay, well, what is going on? Well, for people that are living on the ground, that think that everything's going to come back to normal and are still in that phase 1 to phase 2 return mentality, like, we're going to stop the curve, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. There's articles that are out there that are showing blatantly what is really happening, and people just don't want to absorb it. Right. So this is what I'm talking about. Let's zoom this properly here. Canada now has over 1 million vacant jobs as more people exit the workforce. More and more people are exiting the workforce, the private sector workforce. And Canadian employers are struggling to find labor, but this isn't just reopening pains, says Statistics Canada. Data shows over 1 million vacant jobs in September. The common take is this hiring boom is reopening pains as the economy grows. Further analysis of the same data shows that might not be the case last month. Rising vacancies were met with the drop in people on payrolls. There we go, payrolls. With little net change to employment. In the most recent month of data, people were just leaving the workforce faster than others could be hired. So we saw this happen when Canada had an overabundance of workforce back in the early 2000s, where they deported tons of Portuguese, Hungarians, Polish. I'm getting messages from everyone sending me links. Back in there, because the labor force was oversaturated. And then back in 2017, when they deported nearly 100,000 Filipinos. So the workforce was getting oversaturated. So they just deported people that wanted to work. And then, well, look at it 10 years down the road or 20 years down, depending on what deportation act you're looking at from Canada, you will start to see that it is faltering. Because the people coming in, a majority of the people coming in, really don't want to get their hands dirty. They want to do more, sit at a desk and push a button every 25 minutes, or read a newspaper and then just say hi to somebody once an hour. But that's what's happening right now. So here it is. Employers need to fill over 1 million jobs. Canadian job vacancies have been soaring over the past few months. There were 1,014,000 vacant jobs in September, an increase of 16.4% from a month before. That's roughly 143,560 more vacant jobs in a month, a number greater than the total population of St. John's. The total of unfilled jobs is nearly a third the size of Toronto's total employed population. It's a lot of jobs that need to be filled. Okay, well, when you work and you have to work 24 years in an average wage job to afford to put a down payment on a condo in Toronto or Vancouver or some of these more expensive cities, heck, I'm hearing other cities now you got to work 17 years to put a down payment on a condo. So when people see that, what are they working for? You can't live the Canadian dream or the American dream in Canada anymore, because housing is so much more out of reach than you could ever fathom. And that's why we've been calling on a housing correction for the last 20 years on this channel, basically from 2012. And then the first channel got shut down. Then 2012 again, I started a little bit and then got really big in 2017-18. But the problem is this is happening in every English-speaking country, because to keep the economies going in these countries, they need to export homes. Not literally export, but they need to sell homes to people that could afford to buy them from overseas, that need money laundered, that need money offshore, that need to get money, mainly, predominantly, China. They used casinos, they used colleges to launder money, they used all sorts of ways of laundering money. So this became a major issue. So what are they going to do? Well, are they going to go out and build more infrastructure in cities? Well, the Europeans aren't here anymore. So what's going to happen? Let's keep watching. Let's keep reading. Rising job vacancies are almost equal to the fall in payroll. There it is. One surprising trend in Canadian payroll data is only on the decline. There were 15,722,000 employees on payroll in September, down 0.9% from the month before. That's right. The number of employed people fell by 145,000 in the same month. This This more than accounts for the number of job vacancies created. Job vacancies increased by nearly the level of people that left the workforce. Remember, guys, this is from Better Dwelling. Don't forget to check it out. So Canadian job vacancies versus employees on payroll. So there it is right there. Business employees on payroll right here. And this is job vacancies. I wonder if this is private sector. I think this is private sector jobs. Canada's job vacancy rate has never been higher. The Canadian job vacancy rate is now the highest it has been since the beginning of the pandemic. The rate hit 6% in September, rising 0.8 points higher than the month before. Unfortunately, Canada has only been collecting data since last October. This means we can't directly compare this issue what it looked like pre-2020. It's not hard to see 1 in 16 jobs vacant as a huge number through. So 1 in 16 jobs. The job vacancy data isn't as straightforward as it takes, as many have shared. A rise in the number of unfilled jobs sounds like an economic boom, as in the case in the U.S. However, the U.S. is seeing wages soar as employers compete, while wage growth has been tepid in Canada, tepped out, or plateaued in Canada. This makes more sense with the drop of employment people on payroll. Canada's labor market didn't grow in a month so much as it experienced a shift in labor. So there it is right there. It's kind of very important that you guys check this out on Better Dwelling. So why are we in this massive predicament? Well, we're here because of many reasons, right? Canada had a different vision, right? It started back in 93 when they closed immigration in from Europeans. And then in 2000, where they brought in more laborers to work the housing market, and then 2005, 6, and 7, then deport them all when the housing market crashed, right? So that's just how Canada's functioning, right? Canada functions in a way where they want to be this ideal nation with, I wouldn't say a melting pot, but I guess specifically targeted races to run and dominate the landscape and run the country. But the problem is everybody needs to pitch in, right? And if people are exempted from pitching in, this doesn't make it's not fair. Okay, fine, who cares? It's not fair. We know that. But we're not getting the skills that we need, right? Oh, well, there's a lot of people. Look at all the buildings in China they built. Yeah, they're all falling apart. Look at the buildings the Europeans built across Canada that are still standing 100, 200, 300 years later. Oh, look at that ledge fall off. You don't see that in 200-300-year-old buildings if they were built right. Sorry, guys. My eyes, I don't know, I'm watery this morning. Anyways, so I wanted to share that with you guys to let you guys know. I am here in the shop. The shop is here. I am going to open up the shop online in about a week or so when we're allowed to ship. I know the shipping deadline for Christmas is really tough. I'm really sorry about that, guys, but there's the shop. mtg.toys. That's the URL. mtg.toys. And if you have any issues ordering in the future, let me know, because I don't know. Lots of board games. Lots of good stuff here. Entertain the family. Be part. Get the family together. We play board games at the house like twice a week. Lots of good stuff. So, yeah, I'll let you guys know. If there's any issues trying to order or the order won't go through, let me know. Because Shopify has been acting really weird. So, you could also leave a tip when you do place an order. And that will help out because I've been closed. The store's been closed. And I don't think anyone's going to come shopping here because I'm going to be open for 3 hours. And then Monday I'll be reopened again. Even though it's my day off, I'll still come back and work for the Christmas season. But anyways, I'm setting up the Christmas fluff here in the store. So, anyways, Mike in the Night tonight, guys. I can't leave a link for it because every time I leave a link, it's like the video doesn't grow or doesn't go anywhere. Just go to Odyssey.com, Odyssey with 2 E's at the end, and type in Mike in the Night on Odyssey, and you'll see it. And when you watch 5 minutes of Odyssey live, you'll be like, oh, this can't go on YouTube. We can't put this. This will get flagged in 2 minutes. So that's what's happening there. Let me know what you guys think. Comments below. Lots of love. Workforce, what's happening? For people living on that plane that, you know, we had 2 weeks to flatten the, well, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and we're going to work forward. We'll get through this. There's a U-African strain. We'll get through that too. But, I don't know. The workforce is on life support, and that's going to get a lot worse before it gets any better. What do you see Canada doing? I don't see Europeans wanting to come to Canada, so I could work 40 years to put a down payment on a house. Yeah, Canada's not. Canada was good in the 60s, 70s, and 80s for Europeans. They're going to look at that and say, I'm going to stay in Portugal. I'm going to stay in Spain. I'm going to stick. Yeah, you guys could figure it out for yourselves over there in Canada. Let me know. Comment below. Lots of love, guys. Big hugs. Mike Martins here. I have spoken.